Hi, I'm Daphne from Daps Makeup, here to give you the quick tea on luxury makeup, and today we are talking about the new Chanel cream to powder blushes. So we just have one product to discuss in one shade to discuss. So this should hopefully be straight to the point for this video. So this product, the name is Joues CONTRASTE INTENSE, basically intense cheek color. And we'll talk about how intense these are, but nevertheless, and I got it in one of the deepest shades, Rouge Franc, basically frankly red, like straight up red. There are, I believe, 5 shades. There were only 2 that I was interested in, the 2 deepest that I felt that would work for me. The other shade that I've had my eye on, Grenade Profond, which I think is like a deep, very deep red tone. I have my eye on it, and I can tell it's going to be a beautiful shade on me. I'm pretty sure. But I'm trying to be good, and I decided to only get one shade just because I feel like lately I've been buying a lot of these kind of deep berry blushes, and in particular from Chanel. And, you know, these are not cheap. And so I thought, let me be good. Let me just take one shade, and one shade that I felt was more unique to my collection. And so that's why I settled on only getting Rouge Franc. But I'm really excited to let you know what I think about the formula, the shade, and just everything about this performance. So let's take a look again. This is the outer packaging, and then you'll open it up. It does come in a dust bag, which is very typical of Chanel. And then the packaging itself, also very typical of Chanel, with the same emblem that we're used to seeing, black and white as typical. Open it up as usual. Now this one does not come with any brush, didn't have any plastic covering or anything. Now I have been using this several times now, so if you know it's not going to look pristine, I'll try to show you some pictures and clips before I disturb this product. So I know it's not pristine at the moment, but this is the shade, and you can see how vibrant it looks in the pan. So let me, before I give you my real thoughts about this product, let me show you some pictures. Like I said, let me show you some pics to show you what it looked like before I dug into this. I'll show you some looks that I've done. You know, I went to my cousin's 50th birthday and, you know, got real dressed up. And so I could show you with a full beat how the blush looks. And then, you know, today I did a very soft kind of no makeup look today, or light makeup, however you want to refer to, but a very light makeup today. So I will show them a video of myself applying the blush for today's look. So you get to see the application. And then we'll come back. We'll go again over swatches. I will tell you about what I think about this product. And if there's any blushes that are similar to this, because this is honestly a very unique formula and shade for that matter. So watch these demo videos and then we'll come back and talk. All right, so I'm gonna apply this Chanel blush with you on camera, the cream to powder in the shade Rouge Franc. Now, I have been using this several times, but this is the first time I'm doing it on camera. Now, I have been using it with the Sonergy Sheer Buffer, and I'm gonna do that. But I'm also gonna, on the other cheek, use maybe another denser brush from Say. That's great for cream brushes, just to see the difference in application. So let's go with this one, which I've been enjoying using the Sonergy, and I just think this applies it so beautifully. The application is lovely, and I feel like it gives just enough pigmentation, but it's not like a scary amount of pigmentation, and I think it's a great application. But let's try on the other cheek a different brush. All right, So I'm switching to this one. This is the brush I normally use with cream blushes, but funny enough, I haven't used it yet with the Chanel. So let's give this a try. Just seeing how much it picks up. And it applies well. I think I prefer the Sonia G. I think with a true cream blush, I love this brush. But this cream powder formulation, I think I might like the Sonia G better, but it still works either way. Just even things out. So it's even on both sides, and I think it gives us a great sun-kissed look on my cheeks. All right, so I hope the demo videos, you found them helpful. So let's take another look at this blush. And so I'm just in natural lighting. I hope the lighting's okay. It's kind of a cloudy day outside, but I think you can still appreciate it. So I do have it on my cheeks now. So here's a closer look, and I will swatch it right in front of you. So the feel, when you feel it, it feels creamy. Not like wet and creamy, but like it does have this softness to it. And then once you apply it, once you swatch it, it does apply as a powder. So it feels creamy in the pan, like soft, but not, like I said, wet. You're not gonna make an indent or print with your finger, so it's not that kind of thing. So this is what the shade looks like. And so, you know, looking at these pens, you know, especially if you're my skin tone, you know, looking at, you know, it's not as intense as they're calling it intense. And maybe for lighter skin tones, this might be, I could understand maybe for them, this is a truly intense shade. For me, it's pigmented, so I'm not worried about, it's not an issue of not showing up, but it's not some scary shade that I have to be light-handed with. I can actually be liberal with this on my skin tone. So as you can see, it's like a soft, but it's definitely orange tone, which I appreciated because, like I said, I wanted something that was unique to my collection. So instead of going for red berry, I was loving the idea of going for something that is more of a red-orange tone. So I hope you can appreciate, you know, the finish from my swatch and even on my cheek. So yeah, like I said, this is not a cream blush when you think of like wet and dewy. This is not dewy at all. It is a powder. I'm not going to say it's like super, super, super matte because I feel there is like a radiance to it, but it's not shiny. There's no sparkles or anything like that. And it has a very soft finish to it, very sophisticated, very light. I think it's beautiful. And there's not many blushes that would compare to this, and certainly not from Chanel. I don't think Chanel has anything like this in their repertoire that's like this. So the only thing that I could think of that is similar in terms of formula, and I believe this might even be discontinued. It is from Giorgio Armani's, I don't know if you remember these blushes. These were the Melting Color Bombs. And so totally different shade. So I'm talking about formula, not about shade at all. So this is like the deepest shade. What was this one? This was I know it was a cool berry or some type of berry. I'll try to post it up front. But as you can see, totally different shade, very deep. But same thing, like it has the same kind of feel where it feels powder. You know, there's a softness when you're applying it, but it's definitely powdery in terms of application. And once again, you can see it looks scary in the pan, but then when you're actually applying it, it actually has a very soft finish. It is not the scary, intense color that you would think. It's lovely, and I love this. I really love these blushes. So if you have this blush, that would be the most comparable type of formula if you wanted some comparisons. In terms of colors, like I said, I bought this because I don't really have anything like it. The only thing I could think of is from Chanel, and it's Fascia Rosa. This is like one of their old, I think it should be still in their line. It's a very staple color. So this is one of their original blushes, even before they reformulated. So let's see how this compares. So as you can see, like definitely much lighter. You know, this is more coral and lighter. I know it looks ashy on my swatch, but it actually is beautiful on my cheeks. But you can see it's definitely totally different. I honestly, guys, don't have a good comparison for you. I feel like this shade is kind of unique to my collection. So yeah, the other thing, other thing for you guys to know, if anybody has issues with scents, this is highly scented. And I know we always talk about with luxury that everything's scented, but no. This is another level of scent. I will tell you, when you open this, you put this close to your face, it has a very strong scent. It's rosy but very powdery. And I know we're talking about a powder, but it has a powdery scent. So like a rose powdery scent. It is pretty strong. If you get it close, to your nose, whiffing it, and even like as you're applying it, you're probably going to smell it as you apply it. Now, after that, I'm fine the rest of the day. I don't feel like I'm smelling it all the time. I'm someone who's not bothered by scents, but if you are bothered by fragrances, this is even more fragrance than the average Chanel product. So I'm just giving you a heads up, highly, highly fragranced. So if fragrance is not an issue for you, would I say get it? Yes, I actually think it's a great product. Like I said, it's tempting to get more. I'm just trying to have restraint. These products are not cheap and I'm buying a lot. I can't comment on the 3 lightest because I think if you're my skin tone, those probably will not work for you. But if you are my skin tone, obviously this shade works for you, and I'm pretty sure Granat Parfum will work for you. I just wanted a unique shade and just stick to one product. But yeah, I guess that's it. I don't have too much to say. Beautiful finish, beautiful product. I'm happy to have it because it's unique to my collection. Easy to apply. Use a synthetic brush. I hope you noticed that in my demo video. That is one thing. I don't want to say this before we go. Do not try to use this with a natural hairbrush. This is not like your typical powder brush. It will not pick up at all with a natural hair brush. It will only work on a synthetic or at least a mixed haired brush. So with the Sonia G is mixed haired. So you can have a natural and synthetic or straight up synthetic brush, but it cannot be 100% natural hair brush because trust me, you will dip and it will not pick up anything. So that's one thing just to be aware of. So kind of treat it like you would a cream blush, even though this is cream to powder. Even though in the end the finish is powdery, with application, treat it like you would treat a normal cream blush. But I love that at the end of the day, the application, it applies on your face not like a cream blush. It applies like a powder. So I love that. So yeah, those are all the tips and tricks that I have to say about the product. And that's it. Quick and easy, right? So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel. And I'll see you next time. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.